And my girlfriend at the time, she was very nice and stuff like that, supportive. And I had a long relationship with her. I was happy, she did cook me food and she was very good to me and I was very appreciative to her. But she always disappeared all day long and would go sort of somewhere else and then come back to, see how I was doing and stuff, but she was gone most of the time. And during that time, she was on Instagram and online, and she was meeting guys while I was stuck up in bed. I was having the worst time of my life, and my girlfriend, who was a Filipina, she was out looking for better options, thinking, this guy is gonna be dead pretty soon. I was in bad shape, but that's the time when we need to stick together. That's the time that we need to kind of support each other when we're in our darkest hour. And I didn't know it at the time, but she was entertaining offers because she probably figured I was sort of an old washed up guy that was probably not going to be around too much longer, and she was looking for a younger, more newer model than me. And that made me feel real good. And I didn't know it though, that she was doing it at the time. And then I started getting a little better, and she was supportive, and she was by my side at the same time falling in love. Now this morning I read a story from a lady in the Broken Hills Club in the Facebook group, and she said the same story, that she injured herself kind of differently, but the same injury, and then her husband went ahead and started meeting girls and started like having affairs. And then she got kicked out of her house and she had to go live with her mother. And she was so depressed because in this accident, the person who was supposed to be closest to her, which was her husband, he was out cheating on her and he was doing all these horrible things. And it was just terrible. And so I'm not alone. Lots of people, and I've read other stories too, where when people are in their darkest hour, there's people who just don't stick by them. They actually go out and carouse and they don't feel connected to that person anymore. So it's difficult. So I do understand how difficult it is to care for someone who's injured and who's laid up and who has a horrible life situation. Every day I just kept thinking, I gotta get better, I gotta get better. And then when I started to walk, I went to therapy, and this girl was helping me, and I thought she was gonna be with me forever. I was with her for like 5 years, so I figured, she would stick with me.